afternoon, everyone. Happy World Refugee Day. My name is Job, a mobile journalist in Bidibidi Refugee Settlement. This newscast is brought to you by World Vision, UNHCR, and Office of the Prime Minister. In this bulletin, I will be bringing you stories compiled by my Mojo colleagues using their mobile phones in Bidibidi. We will be bringing you stories like teenage pregnancies, the effect of COVID-19 on our communities, the hunger crisis, and the Bidibidi Got Talent, which I was happy to attend. There has been a second wave of COVID-19 in Uganda, and this has led to the second lockdown in Uganda, which was announced by the president on 6th of June 2021. And we look at what this second lockdown means. David has the story.
Schools and churches have been closed for 42 days. As you can see, I'm at one of the schools in Bidibidi Refugee Settlement. As you can see in the background, there are no children in classes. Children are at home with limited access to the learning materials. Every time children are out of school, it has consequences on their mental, physical, and social skills, growth, and development. Daniel is one of the children that have been at home for now more than a year.
As we were preparing to go to school, the government announced the first lockdown. I thought this has a short time and we report back to school. It has been over a year now, but I'm still at home. I don't know exactly when we are resuming back to school because right now I lost my interest.
For Asha, she is thinking of taking her 4 children back to South Sudan to continue with education. Although the country is not yet peaceful, she thinks this will save her young girls from the challenges that come with the lockdown, like teenage pregnancies.
I'm staying here because of children in school. Now the lockdown, they're affecting me because people are now at home. That's why I'm thinking that better let me go to Sudan because there in Sudan the people at school.
Bulletin, a father of 9 children, is worried about the high number of teenage pregnancies and early marriages.
Zore ina denanga atikinda delana aduma hani ilo lok dahunle usulu dole pe ilo kukuru judo kina ngaji naga honkodo apitundo.
Bulletin is advocating for the vaccine to be given to all schools going children.
Kode ku dawa lo corona laga arewe do itiki nangaji laga lomoga 6 years ladi kodo anabu ku arikini dawa anyen kodo telan ilo corona.
Public transport suspension and inter-district travel ban has greatly affected business in the settlement. On normal Sundays, this church would be full of people praising and worshiping God. But today what has welcomed me are empty seats and silence. COVID-19 and the second lockdown continues to have far-reaching effects on refugees. Reporting from Bidibidi, I am David.
Thank you, David, for that story. When COVID-19 pandemic came, children, especially like me, are most affected. Cases of teenage pregnancies increased. Leaders are more scared with this new lockdown. Susan looked at how this second lockdown affected girls.
Hi, my name is Susan. I am a mobile journalist from Bidibidi Refugee Settlement. COVID-19 has brought a lot of problems to my community, and most of them affect the young children, especially the girls. Information from the hospital has indicated that there are almost 100 cases of teenage pregnancies in the surrounding villages. When schools closed, young girls were left at home idle and exposed to more risks.
Kanana for school, and I boyfriend time, and I want to senaten. Jaman lockdown jade, nas anna best begin fi bed, Yala jaman anna wonu ze anna jalim be boyfriend taide jakun partner.
The leaders in my village believes that there were other factors that led to the increased teenage pregnancy in this place.
According to assessment that I went through door to door and even in water points, they have outlined some challenges that make them to get teenager pregnancy. One, the reduction of food ratio. And formerly, they are using part of this food ratio, then they sell, they buy their basic needs with. But right now, food as we reduce, make them difficult to buy their basic needs.
And now with the new lockdown of 42 days, we are most likely going to see cases of child abuse increase.
Lockdown, it also comes with the challenges. One, we are going to see more teenager pregnancy because they are out of schools.
There is a group of youths in my village who had been sensitizing fellow youths on sexual reproductive health and how girls can keep themselves safe during this time.
Most especially we emphasize on how this youth can help themselves or how they can cope up with life, because for we know that in life there are so many challenges, most especially the teenagers, the youths under age of 13 to 19. We found out that they are likely to get pregnancy because there are some other feelings that they do not control, and we teach them about how to control and how to keep themselves safe. Because we know without also these sessions, we know that most of our ladies or our young men will get married, because if we have not actually sensitized them, they will not know and they will end up doing their own things.
We are worried with the continued second lockdown and the closure of schools. The situation is going to worsen. I am Susan reporting from BDBD.
From Susan's story, I also got a chance to visit Pastor Isaac, the opinion leader in my village, to tell us more about this and the effects of COVID-19 in our community. My name is Job, and right now I am the one of the opinion leader in Bidibid Refugee Settlement, Pastor Badai, and we shall be discussing issues about the welfare of refugees and COVID-19 effects on refugees. Thanks for joining us, Badai. What effect has COVID-19 had on refugees, especially girls?
The COVID-19 has affected and it has hurt especially our young girls and young boys, both of them. The moment they are in schools, they put their interest on studies. When the COVID-19 broke out last year, it made them to stay for many months at home, and they are doing nothing. They are roaming around the villages, the camps that are nearby. What they are doing, they are looking to their boyfriends, boys are looking to their girlfriends, and in doing that relationship, ladies become impregnated. So even others become right now mothers, they have children because of the effect of COVID-19 last year.
Pastor, we understand that there is a hunger crisis among refugees. Tell us more about this.
The ratio of 1 man is now for 2 months, and it will not actually help in the family. And when the food is over with the parents, our children are asking us, they need to eat forage at morning, they wanted to eat lunch in the time, they want to have their supper also in the time at evening. And when you told them that you have nothing, they will ask you to provide. And when they are quarreling, they are crying, they are asking us to provide for them. When we see that there is nothing, that's why it makes us the parents to roam around to look for food for them. Others even are going up to Juba. They leave the wife and the kids here, and you go to look for the casual work. Even some of us, because of the crisis there, the violence, even other people lost their lives. Hence, they are going to look for food outside of Uganda.
What is your take on refugees not embracing the vaccine? And research shows that most refugees are not vaccinated.
There was a false information on media that this vaccination it is connected with the Antichrist number of 666. When you are vaccinated and you also become a member of Antichrist, this is the terrible, terrible false accusation or prediction that make people to fear. Actually, people are expecting the medicines to be bring more, so that at least everybody will be vaccinated, so that it can allow our children to be free to go back to school, so that they can start their normal studies in the schools.
As we don't have time, Pastor, what is your advice to the refugees, mostly young people?
My message to you, the young boys and young girls, please don't forget to review this, to read and to study your books. I think this one will help you to refresh you instead of living idle. And secondly, here's the issue of food become a problem. When your father asks for a piece of land, you have to join him to go and cultivate.
Thank you, Pastor, and that's all we have for you on this discussion. God bless you. As you have heard from the priest, hunger is another big problem the refugees are faced with. My colleague Simon can tell us more about this.
For over a year now, food rations has been reduced by almost a half here in the settlement. This comes at the same time with the COVID-19 pandemic.
Before we are getting like 12 kgs. From 12 kgs they reduced to 10. From 10 now we are now receiving, currently we are receiving 7.5 kgs. I think it may lead to loss of lives. It can even lead to poverty at home. And you find that even husbands and wives will keep on separating because there's nothing actually at home. Yeah, and you find some of them even complaining now like they wanted to go back to where? To South Sudan.
Many people lost their jobs and businesses and they couldn't afford to buy extra food. This is why there are hunger crises in the settlement.
It even made the condition of the children so poor, malnourished, they have nothing to eat.
As we celebrate World Refugee Day, it is important to understand that there is still need in Bidi refugee settlement. Some families survived on borrowing and begging to overcome hunger. One of the religious leaders in my village by names of Isaac Badai has been trying hard to help hungry people by getting food for their children.
Since God is God of compassion, and we have to make the same compassion to others, because giving not mean that you have enough. You want to see that the one of that one who come to you is worse than yours, because the one who is going on begging, it become worse from him. So that's why when I come to realize that maybe this one is worse, then I will begin to give whatever I have.
We have been told that there will be more food reduced because of limited funding, which means hunger situation is about to get worse. I'm Simon reporting from Bidi.
However, with all those challenges, refugees explaining how their lives has changed instantly when COVID-19 came, there is still hope and happiness here in the camp. In May, I attended a fun and interesting talent show called Bidi Got Talent, and this is what I experienced. Hi, I am Job. Right now, I am in Bidi refugee settlement where Bidi Got Talent is going to take place, and I will be showing you anything that is interesting and you will like to see it.
Students of future, never kill them away. They are future of tomorrow. I say, children of future, never kill them away. They are future of tomorrow.
What do you experience from the Bidi Got Talent today?
Actually, things are You know, it is first time for me to be in this Bidi Got Talent, but I got now a lot of experience. You know, sometimes you can do well in studio or outside, but reaching somewhere you get some challenges. But with this, I learned a lot of things, and I know I'm going to make it.
I'm feeling so great indeed because we have won the Bidi Got Talent. We trained hard for this indeed for some moments of time for our success. Now we have did it greatly today that God has made us, given us the grace to win this Bidi Got Talent final.
So as you have seen, the Bidi Got Talent actually went on well, and the winners received their rewards today. And we wish that the Bidi Got Talent should be every year, so that the refugees will know their talent and they will develop their talent as they are doing the Bidi Got Talent, so that they will know that they have a talent in them, so that they will also start practicing and be a good person in the world. In a special way, we would like to appreciate UNHCR and other partners for always standing with refugees. This year's theme is Together We Heal, Learn and Sign. I caught up with Richard, a child protection officer at UNHCR, to discuss this year's theme. Please, can you tell us more about the Bidi Refugees Day and how other UNHCR and other partners are going to celebrate it?
The World Refugee Day is a global day dedicated to the plight of refugees in honor of the millions of refugees around the world. And we do this in order to recognize the unique abilities, the resilience and capacities within refugees, but also to call upon international solidarity in support of refugees.
Tell us the theme of World Refugees Day this year and what it means.
The theme for this year's World Refugee Day commemoration is Together We Heal, Learn and Sign. The theme emanates from the facts and the stories about refugees, noting that a number of refugees have gone through a number of issues, right from the time of displacement, and this has caused a number of issues, including mental health related issues, trauma, depression, and even a number of physical and health issues. So we want to recognize the collective responsibility in supporting persons of concern to be able to recover from the distress, from the emotional torture, from the healing, from the trauma that they have gone through.
Why do you think it is important for the refugees to access vaccines?
Our hope is that if everyone is vaccinated, then we can go back to school, we can go back to the gardens to engage in our farming, we can go back to the markets and start living a normal life. If the refugees are excluded from any vaccination program, it means our global target of universal vaccination for everyone will not be achieved.
What is UNHCR doing about the cases of teenage pregnancies and child abuse which happened during the COVID-19 pandemic?
We are doing a lot of awareness raising through, of course, the media, through community dialogues, to speak about the vice and to discuss with the communities how this can be addressed. We don't work as UNHCR alone, but we're working with other partners like World Vision, we have Plan, we have Save the Children, we have IRC, to provide information on parenting and basically for parents to be empowered so that they can speak to their children when they need to.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you have enjoyed our stories and will continue to support refugees. Happy World Refugee Day again. Have a good afternoon.